The rain fell harder that night, but inside, the warmth of the oven felt like a gentle hug, keeping me company as the night wore on. She had kept this recipe card for 3 years. She never had the courage to use it. Until tonight. Her mother made this bread every Sunday morning. The whole house smelled like warmth and flour before anyone even woke up.
She would let her put one finger in the flour. Just one. That was the rule. She measured everything exactly, not because the recipe said to, because her mother always did.
The dough always felt wrong at first. Too dry, too rough, too much. Her mother always said, just keep going. It will come together. She kneaded the dough the way her mother taught her. Slow, patient, like you have all the time in the world. While the dough rested, she always made tea. That was part of the recipe too, Thori, even though it was never written down. Chamomile. Always chamomile. She said it was the only tea that tasted like slowing down. She never had to ask to sit there. That spot was always hers.
At the bottom of the recipe, in smaller handwriting, almost like an afterthought, were 4 words she had never noticed before. Made with love always. Especially for my girl. She had read this recipe 100 times. How had she never seen it? She poured the tea the way her mother always did. Slowly. All the way to the top. Like there was always enough. Outside, the whole town was asleep. Inside, the bread was still rising. And for the first time in 3 years, she did not feel alone. The dough had risen perfectly. Just like her mother said it would. Just keep going. It will come together. She had watched her mother do this so many times. The hands always knew what to do, even when the heart was not sure. She remembered the first time she touched risen dough. How warm it was. How alive it felt. Her mother always scored 3 lines. Never 2, never 4. She never explained why. Some things you just keep. And then you wait. That was always the hardest part. Her mother used to say, the oven does the rest. You just have to trust it. The whole town was dark. Every window but one. Inside that one window, something was being done. She sat the way her mother always sat while the bread baked. Close to the oven, hands around something warm. The last time they baked together, neither of them knew it was the last time. That is the thing about last times. You never know. And then the smell came. That smell. She had not smelled it in 3 years. It hit her like a warm hand on the shoulder. Perfect, exactly the way her mother's always looked. She did not know whether to laugh or cry, so she did neither. She just looked at it. She tapped the bottom the way her mother taught her. Hollow means done. Hollow means ready. Hollow means home. She listened to the bread cool. Her mother called it the bread singing. She said it was the bread saying thank you. The first slice is always for the person who made it. Her mother's rule. No exceptions. Butter on warm bread. Some things are so simple they become sacred. Her mother knew that. It tasted exactly right. It tasted like Sunday. It tasted like her mother tasted like hands. She always smiled like she knew something good. She smiled, not because the sadness was gone, but because it was okay to have both the missing and the gratitude in the same heart at the same time. She wrapped the rest of the loaf the way her mother always did. For sharing. Her mother believed that bread made alone was... She cleaned the way her mother cleaned. Thoroughly, without rushing, treating the counter like it deserved to be cared for. Because it did. She folded it once and kept it. Not in a drawer, not in a box. In her pocket, where she could reach it whenever she needed to.
The rain had stopped. The street smelled like wet stone and clean air and something beginning. She stood in the doorway a little longer than she needed to. One warm light in a quiet town. One loaf of bread made from memory and love. One woman who found what she was looking for, not in the recipe, but in the making of it.
Good night, Mama. The bread was perfect, just like you said it would be. Just like everything you ever made.